Ben Hart, and you're listening to the Smack Raw podcast.
Watch. Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Oh my gosh. There we go.
Did you do it on purpose?
Hell no. It's from when I was gaming.
Right.
Yeah, no, it is. I left my audio settings over from streaming last night. Damn it. That means they didn't hear the CM Punk soundbite. You go ahead and do it again.
Hold on. One second.
Oh shit. Yeah, Vince. Hey man, thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, anytime, man. I had to come in here and make my surprise appearance out of nowhere. Had to show Sting how it's done. Properly make a return to wrestling or wrestling podcast for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, it's awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm glad you accepted all my begging and pleading that our show is devoid of talent and I need you back on it.
Oh man. No. Honestly, what happened is, I had a free night and I was able to just kick back and watch wrestling. And I figured, why not come in and join you for the podcast? It's been a long time coming. It's been like 2 months.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long time. I
been
think
a
the
minute
last
for
show
sure.
I did was Takeover 31.
Okay.
And I did this whole like acceptance speech thing where I just thanked everybody, including like D-Rod. I included D-Rod, Savannah, everybody up in my like thank you thing.
You are one for the theatrics.
I am. I'm very, very theatrical, It's pomp and circumstance, man. It comes with pro wrestling. You kind of have to live the gimmick.
All right, man. Well, glad to have you back. I'll go ahead and cheers you. Bam.
Gotta celebrate the return, man.
Absolutely. Oh, man. So what have you been up to? Where you been?
I've been working. I've been out there just perfecting the drug trade. I am peddling my purple blue meth. Like it's this like tint of like violet blue purple. It's really selling in the hot market. Everybody's cooped up at home, so they're more incentivized to like just smoke and just get high and do drugs. So I'm out here capitalizing.
Christ. Okay, this is not what I was expecting.
Nah, man, just out there just filling everybody's stomachs with good food out there is what I've been doing.
I got you.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now
That's
to our new
out there
viewers.
making babies.
Yeah.
I can't deny nor confirm that until like 9 months from now.
Oh my God. Listen, everybody, really quick to any new viewers of the show in general. This is a wrestling recap podcast. We cover WWE and AEW. You can always find us live on twitch.tv/putting you over. We have our own Twitch channel for NXT recaps, SmackDown podcast. We're on YouTube /SmackDown podcast. Pretty much everywhere the audio versions can be found. We at some point are returning to WrestlingNewsWorld.com. I think D-Rod's in the chat. D-Rod, can you give me a status update? What's going on with that? And then lastly, we're also on the Patreon, man. Check out our Patreon. We got stickers, t-shirts, got some new stuff coming. Probably not in time for Christmas, but we can kick off the new year with some new SmackDown gear. Maybe even maybe something that we can get Vince to collaborate on. Who knows? Vince came up with some of our best stuff, including my personal favorite, the Mute RN sticker.
I still need one of those stickers. I'm gonna go ahead and just like give you guys $5 so I can go ahead and get one myself.
Really quick, Matt Ritter says the stream is froze. He asks if it's just him. I want everybody in the chat to let him know, yes, it's just you.
It sounds about right that it's just Matt freezing.
It's just Matt.
It sounds about right.
God, man.
I'm not surprised.
So, you gaming at all?
Honestly, I haven't had a chance to touch anything recently. I went ahead and bought Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition just because I figured I finally go around to get it again, considering it has all the DLC.
You
I
got
was able to get
freaking
the
Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
yes.
Come on, man.
Spawn is what I'm really geeked about. That's what I'm geeked
Spawn.
about. Spawn. I'm a big Spawn guy, so I really wanted to go ahead and play that for him. I haven't even had a chance to touch it like that. I'm waiting for my PS5 for Christmas. Then I'll start gaming.
Nice. Yeah, I want to check out the PS5, but I'm gonna get one probably like midway through next year.
I got like a black one.
I got a Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been streaming that on my channel. By the way, twitch.tv/The Kaitai Show. I'm on, I think, like Tuesdays and Thursdays. I game on there. But anyways, we kicked it off in some sloppy style. So we fell victim on the PC of getting stuck at like the download getting stuck at the end. Took like an hour of streaming just bullshitting for it to get going. And then the grand intro to that game saw my wife customize my character's penis, because that is something you can do in this game. And they don't emphasize it. It's not like some bulge. It's full on dingus. Just
interesting.
Customize it. No, it's really not. Like, it's interesting in theory, and then you see it and you be like, I don't want this in a game. I don't know why we have this in a video game.
I mean, for many years we've had video games where you can customize the breast size of a woman. Why not be able to customize the dick size of a man?
If that's the case, man, fair. I feel like the ball should have been part of the equation. All right.
Yeah. I feel like the balls really got left out here.
They did get left out in this one. They were just like a non-factor.
But isn't that the case with oral sex in general? The balls get neglected all the time. That's part for the course. I feel like the testicles are used to that kind of treatment.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I've been drinking.
Matt's brought it full circle back. He says he thinks he's Mr. Big Dick, so I'm yelling at fast food workers. Fuck off, Matt. All right, listen now. God damn it, dude. Well, anyways, oh, God. I'm good to have you back on the show, man. Glad to have you here.
Thanks, man. Glad to be back. Glad to be back with the boss. I'm not talking about Sasha Banks. I'm talking about Cal Tyson.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm glad to be referred to as the boss lately, because lately it's been Katie. Like, Katie runs this ship now. Oh, yeah, man. With iron fist.
Katie's on the steering. She's steering the ship right now, but you're the captain of the ship. You know, you're boss man for a reason.
Appreciate that. That's really makes me feel awkward to take compliments. I don't take compliments well. One last piece of business. I want to plug one more thing, and then you have something to plug too. Sure. I haven't had an official day yet. You're going to hear more of it on the show. SmackDown Christmas Party. This is for all of us on the show, our fans, people that interact with us on social media. Feel free to message us on any of our personal Twitter handles, the show handle at SmackDown Pod. More details will come soon when we can figure out a night that we're going to do it later this month. It'll be fun. There's going to be a Secret Santa gift exchange between some of us, and I don't know. We'll probably drink, and some of us will embarrass ourselves, and it's always fun to do on Zoom.
I volunteered to embarrass myself.
We did something similar with Smacking It Raw's Matt Ritter, the virtual baby shower.
Yes,
and that was a ton of fun, and that is like honestly my pure inspiration to do this. So a Zoom.
Can we roast Benji in this
party.
one too? Can we roast Benji? I want to roast him for like all the many different wrestling characters he can portray just by changing his hairstyle.
That is very true. Yeah, we need Benji. That honestly, that's a good 15-20 minutes right there of just roasting him.
Yeah, maybe more.
Go ahead. Yeah. You said you wanted to talk about your sister.
Oh, yeah. So I want to give a quick shout out to my sister, Punk by Nature, with 2 E's at the end. That's her handle on Instagram and Twitter. She does her own like wrestling art. She's got stickers, pins, and keychains. So she has this Sasha Banks SmackDown Women's Champion one, this Eddie Guerrero print right here.
Here, let me full screen you. Hold on. Let me full screen you.
Yeah, for sure. So put them side by side. So these are all freehand drawn on her Kindle or tablet or whatever. So she sketched those out herself. This one right here, this is a Bailey sticker, but she also has it as a pin and as a keychain. And Sasha Banks wants one because she went ahead and commented in her post on Instagram saying she wanted one. So if Sasha Banks wants one, go ahead and get yourself one. And then, of course, this Rey Mysterio 619 one, which, spoiler alert, it's going to be my new tattoo. I told her to go ahead and design the Rey Mysterio one, and I'm going to put it on my arm. So that's going to be free publicity she's going to be getting just by me walking around shirtless.
Where's the Eddie one? I missed the Eddie one.
So this is the Eddie one right here. And she's going to come out with even more stuff. She has an Oscar one she's been working on right now. Go ahead and hit her up on Twitter at Punk by Nature with 2 E's at the end. Also on Instagram as well. That's where you can find all her stuff. Right now, you have to DM her personally to reach out to her and go ahead and order it. Don't miss out because these things are going hot, and she takes great care of you guys and hits you up with excellent content.
Nice. Already in the chat, Katie says she ordered herself Bailey stickers before they sold out. Matt says we need a Delgado 69 sticker.
Yes, I'll put down a fucking t-shirt.
Now listen, I wasn't gonna bring this up, Vince. Okay, yeah. I was gonna leave this dirty skeleton in the closet, but since you had to trip over your words and talk about a tattoo, I think it's only fair to bring up a tattoo here. Okay.
Oh man.
Vince, you owe us. You made a hype video for you getting the Nightmare Family crest on your neck. Did you not?
Yes, I did. This is gonna sound like I'm making excuses, but I did actually order it. I made the hype video because I had the package. I put it in my room somehow, and it got lost in limbo in Bermuda Triangle. So I have not been able to get it. I was gonna go ahead and order one. I'm gonna pop into Pro Wrestling Tees on Sunday or sometime tomorrow morning, go pick up my order and see if they have the tattoos there, and I will go ahead and get it. I've been holding off because as the chat knows and everybody that knows me, I've been out there making babies. Some of my lady friends aren't keen to the idea of having a neck tattoo. So,
Okay, Vince.
Yes.
Vince.
Yes.
I think we're just gonna get you the tattoo. The whole thing that you're like, I'll go see if they have it. Like, nah, man. We got the Patreon. I think some of our patrons have paid the way to get you this tattoo.
Okay.
We'll get you this tattoo. I'll get you this tattoo like tonight. I might even order it on the post show.
You know what? Like I said, I was gonna go. I'm not gonna go blonde because I'm not gonna do that anymore. But I'll get a suit. I'll dress up. I'll go cosplay mode. All
right. Well, look. I think, we just put down almost 15 minutes not even talking about wrestling. We're here to talk about SmackDown, folks. Let's get into SmackDown. I'll have to put a timestamp on the YouTube video. Let people know. Oh, man.
Matt, I did have it, but it's lost in the Bermuda Triangle. Somewhere in the Shadow Realm. I don't know where it went. If I find it, I find it, goddammit. I'm not trying to avoid it. I'm trying to pay up.
Oh, man. Rick Havoc says bullshit. We should all order one.
Yeah, Rick. Yo, Rick.
You can have nothing but these tattoos pop up at your house for the next month. Oh my gosh, straight.
It's like that scene in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone where like all the Hogwarts letters fly into the mail and they just bombard the house. That's how it's gonna happen with me. Yeah, the stickers. I think that's what's gonna happen. But
oh my god.
Let's bombard these people with the SmackDown.
With the SmackDown. Thank you for the segue. Yeah. SmackDown tonight. What'd you think, man?
I liked it. I thought it wasn't like the best show, but I feel like for the most part, I like to sit down and enjoy watching SmackDown more than any other weekly programming. So I thought it was good. Roman was good. I thought the Sasha Carmella stuff was good. Kevin Owens was good. Heck, I even enjoyed the little like stuff between like Riot Squad and Natty and Billy Kay, just because I'm really digging that new fit from the Riot Squad. I think they look amazing in it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how I feel about Chad Gable mentoring Otis, and then the Mysterio Clan versus King Corbin and his new like what was it, like Knights of the Lone Wolf?
I don't know. It looked like he quietly may have dropped the King Corbin shit because I didn't see no crown, scepter, or cape or nothing.
Yeah.
So hopefully, who knows? Maybe there'll be some good upside to that. I don't know, man. Tonight's episode, fucking, I don't know if it's just the mood I've been in today, but I honestly I hated like most of tonight's show. Yeah, honestly did.
Maybe I just saw it with like rose-colored glasses, just
maybe.
because I haven't sat down and watched a wrestling show from start to finish.
Yeah,
with the actual sound on in like forever. So I enjoyed it. I mean, look, they had people that I like on the show, and that's all I really cared about, to be honest.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make sure to shit on that like around every corner.
Wouldn't be the Smack Rock podcast if you didn't.
Well, I gotta fill RN's shoes, okay? And those are some angry shoes to fill. Oh, I am cussing a lot, aren't I, Katie? All right, look, everybody take a drink. So that's the game now. Is if we cuss, we take a drink. I'm hoping that we stop cussing because I'm actually drinking liquor, and that will add up quickly.
I'm drinking Blue Moons. They hit quick.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, back to no cussing. Sasha and Carmella are scheduled to have a contract signing for their match at TLC. Sasha's out in the ring. Carmella is not. She taunts her from the Titantron.
Mm-hmm.
Just does the contract signing separated to avoid them, I guess, somebody going through a table or anything like that. It was what it was. Did you hear or catch what they were referring to as Carmella's like messenger / like waiter guy? They called him something specific, and I'd never heard that.
I don't know. I thought for a second there, I had to do a double take. I thought it was TC from Young Kings Wrestling. I was like, "Yo, is TC on SmackDown now?" Like, I had to go ahead and like make sure, but no, I didn't catch his name. I wasn't really sure.
Okay, I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna call him her waiter because I didn't really catch what they were referring to him as, but it was some weird name.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, he plays messenger boy, brings out the contract. Sasha, they make it official. However, Sasha challenges Carmella to a championship match at the end of the night for whatever reason. Decides to put up her title for the main event of SmackDown. Adam Pearce makes it official, and then Carmella, like a true babyface, backstabs this poor messenger guy who's guilty of nothing other than doing his job, which consists of delivering contracts and pouring champagne. All right. Look, I do not condone these actions by babyface Sasha.
I will say this. If you willingly go into a ring when there's a table with a contract being signed on it, you know this shit's going to go down. You just know the minute you step through that rope. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam
stop
Pearce
cussing, Vince. Jesus, drink.
This is my plan to get.
Dude, we're going to be wasted by the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I am sipping this from now on. Oh, my God.
No, honestly, like, I it's whatever. I don't really care. Like, I like Sasha being a little bit more aggressive. I don't want her to lose her edge as a babyface. That's been my big key because I feel like babyfaces in general lose their edge when they go that route. And I want Sasha to still be the boss, but just be feuding with heels. Kind of like what the Fiend's doing, where he's still the Fiend, but he's feuding with heels.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's where I want it to be. But I'm liking it, man. I thought they're like, I know I'm jumping ahead, but I thought their match, I thought they had great chemistry in the ring. I don't even think I've ever seen a Carmella Sasha Banks match, but I thought it was really good.
Can't really recall him. I'm sorry, I'm so drunk I'm drawing a blank. No. No. You said that Sasha Banks is a face.
Yes.
How? Me and RN do this every episode of SmackDown. What made this woman a face? Her and Bayley did terrible things as a tag team. Mm-hmm. Their whole run. They did terrible things to the entire women's roster. And the only thing that has happened is Bayley turned on Sasha. Sasha did nothing to redeem herself. She did no injury comeback. She did nothing to make amends for the people that she did terrible things to. Okay. But because another heel did something mean to you, that does not make you a babyface.
Okay, well then let me pose this question since you guys want to poke holes in theories. What makes the Fiend suddenly a babyface now?
He's not. The Fiend is a monster. He just murders people.
But he's being treated as a babyface.
But they're not acknowledging him. I haven't heard anybody like, oh, babyface blue collar Fiend, like out there, wrestling for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Carmella acknowledged that Sasha Banks wrestles for the people, that she does what she does for the people. Carmella doesn't do anything for the fans. Sasha Banks has done all this stuff for herself.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's me and Rick go off on this. Not Rick, excuse me. RN.
By the way, before it drives Matt, it's Reek.
Reek?
Wreak havoc.
Wreak havoc.
Reek. Like
Reek.
you're wreaking havoc.
Like Reek from Game of Thrones.
I guess I don't know Game of Thrones. I never.
He was a eunuch. He had his like cut off and stuff. And they called him Reek afterwards.
Yeah, like wreak havoc.
Wreak havoc though. Okay, wreak havoc. I mean, that's a better reason to go with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I got you.
There you go, man. I got you. No, look, man. Like it's wrestling, man. Like maybe again, rose-colored glasses, but it's wrestling. Like fucking like. Heels go ahead and turn babyface out of nowhere just because they're feuding with another heel. There's no rhyme or reason. It's pro wrestling. Like, just stop poking holes in it. Have more fun with it.
Oh man. Anyways, on to the next thing about fun and people being funny is Street Profits. Dude, at this point, going by last week and this week, who's writing the Street Profits promos? Whoever it is needs to stop. It is weird. You had, and it's mainly Angelo Dawkins. Last week, he's making fun of Robert Roode because Robert Roode can't grow any facial hair, even though Robert Roode has a bigger beard than he does. And then this week, you have Montez Ford saying that in the middle of a ring, like he can make it rain solo cups, which surprisingly he did later on. But you had Dawkins talking about, what if I hit Robert Roode so hard it rips over open space and time, and we get 1,000 doppelgangers with ugly mustaches or something? Man, this writing needs to stop. Like, I don't know what's going on. Who's writing these silly promos for Dawkins? But dude, just give it a rest. Hand that off to somebody else, man.
Just don't. Just stop. Like, stop the pain.
Dude,
you know that bad. One gif of Michael Cole with a sign saying it's like "Stop the pain."
Yes,
stop the pain, please.
Just during, and Dawkins has a long run of just odd promos. Like his promos have always been really weird. I don't know how to say it, man. I don't know how to like clarify it. However, what's not bad is Montez Ford's match. Him and Ziggler actually managed to put on a really good match, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. Like I was already expecting a really solid match. It's not like either guys can't go in the ring. Aren't we gonna get like another singles match with the other two guys next week or something? No,
it was announced that they're getting a title match. Like that already cleared them up for the championship match.
Got it.
I love how people are trolling me because they think I'm gonna swear a lot and then I'm gonna start yelling at people because they work at Wendy's. I give you guys a little insight to my life. Something I'm vulnerable. Like I show a little bit of vulnerability. I see what you do with it. Okay. I see what you do with my honesty.
This is why I always leave my personal life a mystery. They don't know if I'm gangbanging or not. They don't know if I'm making babies or not. They don't even know if I'm straight edge or not. For all they know, this blue moon could be filled with water. They don't know what I'm really doing. They don't even know if it's my real name.
I'm about to swap out my tequila for apple juice, though. I promise you that. We keep cussing at this rate. Oddly, during the match, Montez Ford does make it rain blue solo cups. For whatever reason, it transitions them to commercial, and then afterwards they get back. You have a pretty straightforward match. Robert Roode attacks Dawkins on the outside. This allows the distraction for Dolph Ziggler to pick up the win via super kick. And like we mentioned earlier, this is of course leading to a tag team championship match next week on SmackDown, the go home show for TLC.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds that it ends in a non-finish and is added to TLC?
Over or under, I want to say is pretty high. That's probably what they're gonna do. WWE booking, that's usually what they're gonna fucking do.
Sean Ross Sapp said this is the 5th show in a row between Raw and SmackDown where they've had matches end in non-finish, like DQs and stuff. Which WWE likes their streaks, man.
Yeah, I mean, but no offense to him, but just stop counting stuff, dude. Like, get more stuff on your.
He's Sean Ross stats, man.
Sean Ross stats. That's fine, man. You can have those stats, but it's like, you really got that much free time to be counting that stuff?
Oh no. What do you think of Big E? Think big. Former New Day member.
He got a new theme song too, right? I didn't hear him.
Wale, excuse me. Wale, yeah, sings it and stuff. Everyone says it's the return of Biggie Langston.
I don't know if I wanted the Langston back. I've gotten accustomed to the Big E, just the Big E. That's all I need, man.
I don't think like they're not referring to him back as Biggie Langston. I meant like a lot of people are comparing him to his character prior to Biggie, when he was Biggie Langston. Dude, Vince McMahon does not give you additional names; they take it away. Like, be careful, Vince. Like, we're on slippery slope here. Next week he'd show up just as E. Okay.
Yeah, that's what they call him anyway. Like Woods and Kofi, they call him E. They don't even call him Big E.
Yeah, man. God, no, man. Please don't. Think big like E. Oh, God. I can see it now.
Yeah, no, I mean, it might get some getting used to, but it's fine. Clearly, he's being put into a program with the IC title and the current champion, Sami Zayn. I'm all for it, as long as it leads to him doing bigger and better things. It's kind of like the whole like Keith Lee singlet and like theme song like debate. It's like he's still being put in the upper tier in programs, so he's still being put properly. I mean, well, not properly, but like he's still,
I don't know, man. It was his match with Sammy, which was like, it's kind of like dampened my mood like of the whole night. So before we got the match with him and Sammy, Big E, along with a lot of other mid-carders, are celebrating backstage. Big E's got new merchandise. He's got the Think Big t-shirt. Sammy's jealous because he's the Intercontinental Champion. He doesn't have any merch. They unveil like a parody, like stick figure, cheaply made shirt for Sami Zayn. Yeah. I promise you that is either already or will be available on WWEshop.com very soon as like a gag gift. But
I would make that. I wouldn't buy it, but I'd make it.
Yeah, right. Just download the template, trace it. Yeah. Anyways, they have a match. Like him and Sami Zayn, they have a match. And I don't know if they're trying to build up Sammy as a heel, but they make the baby faces, Big E and all the other faces that have faced Sami Zayn. And I like when they're building Zayn to be smart, but man, you made Big E look like a moron tonight. Like, Sami Zayn has been winning by countout now for months. He's been doing underhanded things to win intelligently, but it's like, come on, you have to have at least one or two baby faces that can be wise to it.
I think Big E might be that one. So he kind of has to go ahead and fall the first time, and then you go into it. Like, look, I'm not saying I'm liking it. I'm just like, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here because you're going the opposite direction. So someone has to, like, sprinkle in some sugar for the show. No, man, I don't like it either, especially since it's Big E. If it was like maybe like an Otis, I'd be it's
right.
Whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's Big E. Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. Like,
this is the guy that's supposed to be challenging for your Intercontinental Champion. Like, this is supposed to be the next title contender, the next person you're going to put that belt on, supposedly. Yeah. And yet he falls victim to like a count out loss. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it was just, like I said, I normally try to be the optimist, but all I can hear is my normal co-host, RN, is what? Yeah, man. Calling it butt. He's like just calling it butt left and right. I promise you.
Ass.
Damn it. Let's try and walked into that one. I walked into it. I am not going to
stroll into that one. Yeah. No, man. I mean, regardless of the fact, I think it's going to lead to like an actual title match between Big E and Sami Zayn, where Sami Zayn tries to pull the same thing, but E smarts up to it, and that's where he goes ahead and capitalizes. Just playing up a story, man.
I got you.
Know, there's got to be some foreplay into it. It's not good foreplay, but some
it's
foreplay.
Not good foreplay.
Yeah, I've been told even like bad foreplay is like good foreplay. Some foreplay is better than no foreplay. At least I've been told.
It's like,
not by anyone.
If this is what
particular.
You're into, I'll stick around long enough to see where it goes.
Yeah, you gotta try something out once. You gotta like, even if you're uncomfortable with it or if you're not feeling it, if your partner's feeling it, you gotta like lean into it, man. So that's what Big E's doing. God. Big E is like testing out the waters here with the count out like losses. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. We'll get the climax we all are waiting for.
Anyways, good Lord, man. Backstage, Bailey's hyping up the match. She's cheering on essentially Carmella in the main event.
Right.
Obviously still salty over your girl Sasha Banks beating her. But then she goes on to talking trash about Bianca Belair, who appears behind her, and Bianca, of course, addresses her. It's like, you got my name in your mouth once again, and then starts running over the accolades that she has over Bayley, like beating Natalya where Bayley tapped out, and then being the last survivor on Team SmackDown. You know, I'm all for it, man. Bianca Belair, dude. I just want to fast forward to when she's champ. Like, I really do. As much as I like, I do enjoy Sasha Banks as a wrestler and everything. I really want to see that title chase. Like, I can't wait to see Bianca chase that belt and then win. Although, like, fantasy booking a little ways down the road, I'd honestly like to see, like, Bianca just squash whoever's champ. Like,
so you are regurgitating every single thing that NXT fans have been saying about Bianca Belair for probably like the last 2 years before her call up. We've been saying that we just want to see her that chase for the title and get that crowning moment and be NXT Women's Champion, and she never got that. We always figured that maybe she gets the Alexa Bliss treatment and gets the title on main roster, which I really hope she does. Raw didn't do shit for her. Hopefully,
dude, I'm about to just mute you off the show. I'm doing good. Hey, I let the record show, like, for at least the last 5 minutes, I've done good.
It's Vince After Dark is what we're doing. It's Vince.
Oh god, okay, I took too much on that one.
No, so you just been basically just like going over the same things that us NXT fans have been talking about Bianca Belair for like the last while now. We want to see that chase, and I feel like it's even more like hungrier because it's on the main roster. It's like, if it doesn't happen here, it's not gonna happen at all. And obviously the matchup between her and Sasha Banks is gonna be gold. If it was any other champion, I'd be like, yes, do the squash match. But I didn't really like when Brody Lee squashed Cody. I preferred their dog collar match more. So that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see an actual match between Bianca and Sasha. If it was like, let's say like a Bayley, sure, why not? And then have like the proper match. But I don't know. Maybe it's because
heels should squash baby faces. So I can agree with you there.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want babyface Bianca, because then you're just creating a John Cena again.
Yeah,
But if Bianca was somehow turned heel, I wouldn't mind her like absolutely crushing whoever's champ.
I would want Bianca to turn heel after she wins the title. Like, she gets so up in her head. And maybe we're jumping too far ahead, but this is what they're doing. They're going to slowly build up Bianca with Bayley. Bayley's eventually going to lose that feud and turn into crazy cat lady Bayley, and she's going to be just fucking like crazy. She's going to be nuts.
Okay,
Bianca's gonna slow. I want Bianca to win the Rumble. It's basically what I'm saying. Bianca wins the Rumble.
I'm gonna start handing out drinks just to whoever cusses. Okay, this is not fair. It's like my 5th one off of you.
Okay, how about we drink? Yeah. So if you cuss, you drink. If I cuss, I drink.
There we go.
Hashtag mute, man.
I am for it, man.
Okay, for sure. But no, man. I'm all for this Bianca Bayley stuff, man. I like the little dynamic, and you can tell Bayley's just geeked to put over Bianca.
Man, oh yeah, I would think so too. Bayley's a awesome team player, man. I imagine Bayley's just incredible to have around in that locker room. Up after that, Kevin Owens cuts a promo in the ring filled with laters. Dang it, Vince. You got me. All right, clear myself. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Essentially delivers the promo. Says he doesn't fear Roman Reigns, and that Kevin Owens also has a family, but they're at home. They're not part of this bloodline. He's just providing for them at the house. He then goes to cut, like, honestly, a lame promo that he does have friends. And he starts to put over chairs, ladders, and tables.
That's like a John Cena promo.
Oh man, it was just some of the cheesiest cliche WWE stuff. Remember when they ran the stats down on the stairs, because they did a stairs match between Big Show and Mark Henry?
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to run like tail of the tape on those damn stairs, and they exaggerated the heck out of how much they weighed. Oh my god, it felt like that level of cheesiness. Thank God Jey Uso came and like beat him up afterwards, so I was there for that. But how much of this feud have you seen, or at least the saga of Roman and Jey? Have you caught this story?
No, so I've been caught up with the Roman and Jey stuff. It's the Kevin Owens being inserted into it that I haven't been able to catch up with because I missed last week's SmackDown because I just couldn't change the channel at work. And then I think beforehand I just wasn't sure where it just came into. But like I'm gonna slowly catch up.
It's so him and Jay stuff has been like it was fantastic. Lately, Jay has been the opposite. It was weird. They built Jay to be incredibly strong, and then the moment he succumbed to Roman and was like, "Yeah, I see the light now," all of a sudden Jay can't win a match. He can't even win by cheating anymore. Like, because he takes a chair to Kevin Owens and then easily has the tables turned on him, no pun intended, when he tries to put Kevin Owens through a table, which, by the way, did a chair shot to the head?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, no, like, so it looked like a slip in the moment. Because you know how, like, they'll do, like, the jab to the body with the chair? He went up top to the head with it. So it wasn't like the over the head, like, classic chair shot, but it was a chair shot to the head. He did a pop-up powerbomb, put him through the table. Roman comes out. Paul, of course, tells him, like, no, you're doing this now on his time. Let's get out of here. You know, we do this on your time. To which Kevin Owens chases him backstage. We cut to commercial. Come back. Kevin Owens gets absolutely murdered by Roman, and then Roman terrifyingly cuts a promo to the camera addressing Kevin Owens' wife and kids. Essentially tell Dada to wisen up, because, you know, it's because of me that food's being put on your table, and I'll become the reason to take food off of that table.
I
loved
it.
Dude, Roman is a terrifying heel, like legitimately good heel.
Is it safe to say he's probably like the best thing going right now? Like,
on
not just on
SmackDown, dude, with SmackDown by a landslide.
I don't even think it's on SmackDown. I think he's like the best thing going on WWE.
Let me try to think.
Is there anything better than what he's doing right now? Anyone doing anything better? Even
no
NXT,
no one is looking as big of a star as Roman. Like, Roman's star power is hands down leaps and beyonds everybody else, but I would argue Alexa Bliss and the Fiend, but even then they're not even nearly as captivating. They're not as captivating.
Great minds think I was about to say captivating too. Like, they don't captivate me the way that Roman does. Like, if the Fiend Alexa stuff happens, cool, I'll watch it if I get a chance to watch it. Roman stuff, I feel like I have to tune in for.
Yeah, no, he's the sole reason to watch SmackDown right now.
Yeah.
You take Roman off of SmackDown and give me like 3 days from the last episode I watched, ask me to go over like an exciting angle or something SmackDown's doing, I got nothing. You know, like the first thing I talk about, if you're like, hey, what's going on SmackDown, it's going to be a Roman story.
Yeah, for the most part.
Which unfortunately is probably going to involve Goldberg soon, but
as long as he doesn't pull that BS he did with the Fiend, I'm okay with it. As long as he comes in, you know, just happy to be there, and then Roman just comes in, spears, and Goldberg's him, I'm all for it.
Yeah. I don't think Goldberg is going to, like, I can see Goldberg having the creative swing to convince management to be like, you know, I'm taking the belt off the Fiend.
Not Roman.
I couldn't see that with Roman. I could see literally Roman say, yeah, I'm not doing that.
I don't want Goldberg back unless it's so he can job to Matt Riddle.
Dude, I don't mind Goldberg. Like, a lot of people are comparing this to be like, AEW fans are cool with Sting, but not Goldberg. It's like, you don't understand. WWE does their aging legends and part-timers wrong. They instantly think to make them a bigger deal, they have to have the gold on them, you know? Yeah. And granted, Sting has only been on TV twice now, and we don't know the full motivation. If Sting all of a sudden is a credible threat to the TNT Championship or is going after Kenny Omega, then trust me, I'm going to say I don't want Sting on my TV. You know, but him playing part-time or like just a side role, I'm fine for it. Look, Jake the Snake's doing it. Teddy Blanchard's doing it. That's fine, man. They're doing it fine with those guys. But Goldberg coming in, running around with the dang title. Man.
That's
I'm
freaking dumb.
good, man.
That's dumb because you know for a fact that he thinks he's got another title run in him.
Absolutely, yes.
The whole program with him and Brock was good, but I'm still salty at the fact that Universal title was put on him.
The way they did Kevin Owens, that was the worst part about that.
I've actually seen like a freaking meme out there where like, so like that, I don't know what movie it's from it's from a scene where they're both like on like nooses about to get hung. It was like first time, and it's like Kevin Owens the Fiend, and then it's like Roman next, like first time, and then talking about Goldberg.
That's actually, oh gosh, why can't I think of the name? That's a really funny movie. It's actually a bunch of short stories. Mm-hmm. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, I want to say, is what it's called. But it's a really cool flick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that was it. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Just Kevin Owens is paralyzed now ahead of their TLC match. So okay, because you haven't been around, man. What's your take on the Iconics splitting up and doing nothing with them?
Are we surprised? Are we honestly surprised? Yeah. I will say this. I know they're more high on Payne and Royce than they are Billie Kay, but Billie Kay just has more personality and it's just more of a character, and she just like pops. Like I saw her like little bit when she was on commentary with Michael Cole and Corey Graves, and I thought she's hilarious. She's legit hilarious, and she makes me laugh. I think slowly but surely Billie Kay is going to slowly rise up in that women's division just out of pure entertainment alone. Similar to R-Truth, she's going to be the next R-Truth, where she just goes ahead and just a workhorse, puts on a good match from time to time, and just entertains the masses. I don't like them being split up and then put in tag teams. It's pointless.
That felt like the...
Especially because it's Natty. It's like, no offense to Natty. I love Natty. Natty's okay. I don't hate her like RN does, but I don't need to see her every week. She doesn't need to be sprinkled in. Just use her like you used Tamina.
Natty, like a river to a rock, has eroded my enthusiasm for her. Mm-hmm. Go back a year. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. She's a legend, whatever. Hart Dynasty. At this point, Natty's got go away heat with me. Like, that's it. I don't, and here's the thing. It's not because I disdain Natalya or I hate Natalya. It's just, I can't think of a wrestler that I am more apathetic for. Someone who draws absolutely no emotion over me, which is quickly replaced by dang, I wish you had anyone else on the screen right now that could be more entertaining or more captivating.
I feel like the last person I felt that about was Dolph Ziggler, because they're good in the ring. You don't hate them, but it's like
Natty's not even that good in the ring, man. She's great at training. Like, that's the thing behind the scenes. Yeah, what she's managed to do with Lana, I think is awesome. Like, I think is great, and I understand that Lana attributes to all of her recent in-ring improvements is working diligently with Natalya, and I think that's fantastic. But in the ring, I don't know, man. Nothing translates to television better that good anymore, in my opinion.
I think she needs a break because she's been on main roster since I want to say 2008, 2009. And since then, I feel like she's consistently been on TV. That just goes to show how like careful and good she's been to be able to keep her health up. But with wrestlers, usually what's the good old saying? Go away for a little bit, be missed, and then come back fresh when everybody misses you. We've never missed Natty because she's always been around.
Dude, Natalya's on television so often, you'd swear that she's on both Raw and SmackDown. That is the level of television exposure she has. Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, I'm pretty sure I saw her on Raw. But no, so the other part of this that really kind of upset me was it was a segment on Talking Smack last week where Billie Kay is doing her shtick. She's applying for a job for people to, I don't know, take her in for her services. And she innocently extended that offer to the Riot Squad. Like, there was no beef, there was nothing. It's just a person looking for work. I don't know how that makes you a terrible human being, but apparently it does. So the Riot Squad challenged her to a tag match this week, and they build it as this big, like, who's her mystery partner. And so it was supposed to be like a catch, like something to hook you for this week's SmackDown. Ends up being Natalya. And then not to mention, it falls on the face. Like, they fall on their face. She accidentally hits Natalya during the match. It costs her the win. The Riot Squad mock her. Natalya disowns her. And you mean to tell me, like, that somehow Billie Kay is like a heel? Like, who's heel and face in this? Because the Riot Squad just mocking somebody who's done nothing wrong, make them seem like dicks, but they're supposed to be, I think, the largest babyface female tag team in WWE right now.
They're one of the only 2 female tag teams right now.
Which still proves me correct. Okay. I guess unless you count Lana and Asuka, they're like actually babyface tag team too, but still.
I mean, Lana's probably the biggest babyface in the women's division right now, man. She's getting the sympathy up the ass.
Yeah. I don't know. Katie, I love what Katie says. It should have been Peyton Royce in a mask. Yes. Oh, wait, did you just say that?
No, that was Katie.
That was you? Oh, okay, I don't know why I heard you. It's this tequila you made me chug, man. I love that now that we both are responsible for our own drinks. You're not cussing as much. I kind of noticed that.
Hey, maybe I'm just trying to be more professional as well. But nah, man. Good win for the Riot Squad, though. Hopefully they do end up getting those tag titles because gear, amazing. I like the pairing. I think they're really, really good. And I'm all for them taking the titles off Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler so they can go into a program and finish whatever they had going on before that.
Yeah. Me and Katie went into it on Raw's recap. Yeah. They're really booked in a corner with Nia and Shayna having those tag titles and in a tag feud with Asuka. It's like all that gold is jammed up over on Raw and you can't really do anything with it right now.
Yeah.
What's your take on, Otis?
You know me, man. I thought he was a good hand, but honestly, I'm not the biggest Otis guy. He kind of like wore off for me, like in the middle of his whole like Mandy Rose storyline. Mm-hmm. I'm all for Chad Gable. Chad Gable's the reason I tuned into that program, and then Nakamura and Cesaro are just like great in the ring. I like the story they were telling here that basically it was Chad Gable that like messed up that tag match, because he kept tagging himself in, kept trying to like get the shine and take advantage of all the work that Otis was doing. We'll see what happens with the pairing. I think it's just going to lead to like a program between like Otis and Chad Gable for like his spell there.
Yeah, it is. That's definitely where this is going.
Hopefully it leads to Chad Gable actually winning that program.
I could be there for that. I'm good for that too.
Mm-hmm.
The segment is Otis working out with Chad Gable. Otis is very clearly channeling his inner Chris Farley in his like physical comedy roles.
Yeah.
They're doing like the blind catch or something. Chad Gable is just throwing medicine balls at Otis while he's blindfolded, which is terrible. Mm-hmm. Eventually Otis supposedly catches on and it does get him ready for their match that they have with Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro, which I kind of like what they're doing with Otis. I feel like there's room to build on it. Otis being a more aggressive person. Obviously, he's a very physical dude. He's a big guy. If there's one thing I think Otis could do, and we saw a glimpse of it, is he could probably throw a Stan Hansen lariat, which if you're not familiar with Stan Hansen, go back and watch the Stan Hansen's lariats. If you think Bradshaw clothesline from hell is nasty, the Stan Hansen lariat is disgusting. And Otis did a discus lariat tonight, which kind of reminded me of it. The Getcho podcast just showed up. What's going on, Getcho?
Chicago like presence is welcomed here.
We need to do another Chicago episode of UWO.
But without you, right? Because you're not technically from Chicago. As like
I don't care, man. Cool. If you want to make content for me and I don't have to be present, I'm good.
No, wait. Who's the one that calls you out on that? Is it Matt? Is it
No,
Matt
it was Kevin.
Kevin gives you shit.
Kevin.
Yeah. Okay.
Take a drink. Take two. I heard that. Oh man. But the finish of this tag match comes down to Otis is setting up for the Caterpillar on Nakamura, or no, excuse me, Cesaro. And Chad Gable reaches out to him. He says, "Tag me in. Stick to the plan." Gable says he's going to finish him off. Gable gets countered, however, into the swing, into a Kinshasa. Otis surprisingly doesn't try to break up the pin, but I guess that's fine. But backstage afterwards, Gable says very cheerfully, like, this was a learning lesson. I asked you to tag me in, but you didn't. You should have, though, because you already had the match won. I'm essentially teaching you what to do by showing you what not to do. In a very, like, silly doofus heel. But yeah, you're probably right.
He's not wrong. He's a former NXT Tag Team Champion, and he's a former Raw Tag Team Champion. If anyone knows tag team wrestling, it is Chad Gable.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Now, you're probably right. What would you think of this, though? If they did a much less offensive... if Otis was a modern-day, much less offensive version of Eugene. And not in a way that he's mentally, like I know where you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Let me help you out there.
But given his appearance and his demeanor, people underestimate him as like a soft teddy bear. But then in the ring, he's surprisingly, like I said, Stan Hansen aggressive. Like, he's a brute, you know, but he's such a lovable guy outside the ring. Because that was the thing about, like, Eugene's character was once you got him in the ring, he could go. And he surprised everybody, you know. But you'd have to have the opponent selling it. You'd be like, you know, you'd have to have him like, can't believe Otis is this deadly or dangerous.
That's kind of what they were doing with Bayley when she initially came in, because she was just like the over-the-top super fan that everybody like just didn't take seriously. But once she got into the ring, she could go with the best of them.
Yeah.
So like it's a recipe and a formula that's been done in the past in various different ways. As long as it's not offensive, I think it's something you could do. Yeah, I like Festus too, but you know, this time don't do the whole dumb thing where he has to ring the bell and he just like snaps into it. You know?
Yeah, just. He knows, like, okay, we're in competition mode.
Yeah, because I don't remember who the heck did it. I think it was Miz and Morrison, but they rang a bell, and then Festus was like, and they rang the bell, and he went back to being dunce. And then they kept doing it for like 10 times.
And they ruined it. They exposed the gimmick.
Yeah, they were exposed how stupid it is.
I'm glad, honestly, I never had to witness Festus. That was during my blackout period.
Yeah, but you witnessed Katie Vick, and I didn't.
You know what? Shit. Okay.
You need a drink just to get that.
Drink anyways.
What we had after that, man?
Corbin.
Introducing I actually, like I said, I missed SmackDown last week, so I didn't knew that he introduced like Blake and Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler. Yeah. So, like, 2/3 of Forgotten Sons are with him now, and clean shaven. Apparently is the look they're trying to go for. Which
I mean, I think you just had to shed that image. I think you had to like shed what you looked like, everything, to try and separate yourself from Jackson Riker, who apparently is not being fired anytime soon. But yeah, they look weird, clean shaven.
Yeah, especially Wesley Blake.
Yeah.
I don't remember who said this, but I think it was either Matt or it was Reek or someone mentions like, so we're not going to acknowledge the fact that Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy used to be NXT Tag Team Champions.
Corey Graves acknowledged it last week.
Did he?
Yeah, it was weird because I remembered it was like they do their best to not acknowledge NXT by name. Yeah. And Corey Graves name dropped that they're former NXT Tag Champions. And I made a joke on Twitter saying like, oh, that made NXT canon now. Because forever it was like you can come up from NXT and it's you're lucky for them to name drop just the brand itself, let alone what you've accomplished there.
Even though they had a whole Survivor Series 3 show dynamic.
Man, that was just due to some coincidental hostage holding of your roster in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only time they're allowed to acknowledge is when your roster is being held hostage.
You know what? Sometimes it's fine. Don't acknowledge NXT. I'm okay with it. Let it be our little secret.
But no, it was a nice break not to have the as Matt Ritter likes to refer to them as the Murph Stereos.
Stereos.
Yeah. So by the way, you didn't happen to catch the match between who was Buddy Murphy, I want to say, and Baron Corbin, where the Mysterios, the entire family played heel.
I did not see the actual match, but I went back and watched the YouTube video, and I was because everybody's like, "Are they all heel now?" And it's like it made no sense to me
because, like I said, by logic, how Sasha Banks became babyface, that made Baron Corbin a babyface. People did heelish things to him.
I've always considered Baron Corbin as a babyface his entire career. He's a misunderstood soul. And I've always been loyal to him ever since he's been my constable and my king. I run with Baron Corbin, regardless. He is the babyface in this situation, especially since Murphy's out here dating a 17-year-old or however old he is. Even though that's common in the Mexican household, because back in the day, back in the motherland, you'd have like 20-something, 30-something-year-olds marrying 17, 16, 18-year-olds.
Going off the rails.
I am exposing my entire race. That is not okay. Even if she is 19 and of age, that is not okay. That is the age of my youngest sister. And if she came home with a 34-year-old, 33-year-old man, I would kick her. No, I would tell her, like, no, you're not seeing this man again. That is not cool. That is not okay. He's going to be in diapers by the time you're in your, like, peak prime. You know, you don't want that.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
I don't know. I'm not like, I didn't like Seth Rollins and his disciples versus the Mysterio clan. I don't like the Mysterio clan on TV, like keep Aaliyah, Angie, and even Dominic. Just keep him off TV.
I like Dominic.
Dominic's okay, but it's just like, it kind of feels like Cody Rhodes when he first came up into like WWE. He was like, oh, he's the son of Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe if he joined like a faction, I'd be okay with it.
Why is Dominic wrestling on the main roster when like you have like Humberto Carrillo and Keith Lee popping up on main event, you know? Just throwing it out there. Although, like I said, take nothing away. I think Dominic is very talented, and the way that they've been able to roll him out on television, that kid looks like he's improving quickly. Like if you look at some people who are, he is the son
of the late great Eddie Guerrero, one of the best pro wrestlers of all time. So.
Oh, I forgot to mention really quick on a just very short sidetrack. I had a customer come into my job today with a Latino Heat face mask.
Nice.
And yeah, I totally had to compliment him. I forget what he asked for. I was like, anything for an Eddie fan. And he was like, haha. He's like, I can't remember. You remember like who died around the same time as him? I was, it was like Chris Benoit. And was like, all right, never mind. This is weird. I was like, all right, let's get back to work.
No. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
I was like, what iPhone do you want?
Like Blowout, I do not like. I'm one of those Mexicans that do not appreciate telenovelas. They are way too dramatic. I laugh at them. I'd rather not have my wrestling be that way. You know.
By the way, what's up, Blowout, man? Glad to have you in the live chat. Blowout, one of the biggest supporters of both the SmackDown podcast and putting you over, man. Blowout is awesome.
Yeah, shout out to that, man's.
All right.
Moving on. Can we just move? I don't really want to talk Corbin versus Mysterios, man. It's not good.
I mean, it was literally just a quick segment. I did like that Blake and Color had to do a wand Kayla Braxton down.
Mm-hmm. That was good. I like
and question why the beeper was going off when you were scanning a dang microphone. All right, now. Anyways, J&J Security 2.0 let her conduct her interview. And essentially, just Baron Corbin said if Rey Mysterio wants some more, he'll lose more than just an eye.
Right.
Yeah, so. Anyways. Carmella versus Sasha Banks, main event of the night. We get Carmella's new silhouette-esque entrance.
I liked it.
Not bad.
Not bad.
No, not bad. Not bad.
Will it get played out if it gets done every single match, though?
You know it is. Don't lie.
'Cause
She
they
rolled
did
it
that-
out on SmackDown. If it was going to be special, you'd roll it out on a pay-per-view.
Well, it was her first return match.
It's going to be every week.
That's tough.
It's easy to produce. It's just a white sheet, you know? You raise it in the air and you drop it.
We'll see. Because MVP's original entrance with like the NFL like inflated balloon tunnel thing never got old for me, and I always like looked forward to it. So we don't know. It's not too over the top that it'll get old.
Yeah, it did kind of remind me. Although I'm not saying that he was the first one to do it, but it did remind me of Kenny Omega recently doing the silhouette entrance too. Anyways. Yeah, Carmella and Sasha Banks, they go to have a match. It honestly never really gets a big chance to get going. I mean, they get a little bit into it, but honestly, just when it starts to ramp up, Carmella's assistant / like bartender, whatever this guy is,
Handyman,
gets in the way by throwing in a bottle of champagne. The ref's distracted. He pulls out Sasha Banks, who gives him another backstabber. Sasha gets back in the ring, starts beating down Carmella in the corner, gets herself DQ'd. And that was your match. It ended up resulting in Carmella beating down Sasha Banks outside the ring, breaks a bottle of champagne over her back. And
that was good.
And then afterwards
on Sasha Banks.
Yeah, pop some bottles on Sasha. And that's how he goes off air, man. That's how you go off air. Which was just, like I said,
I will say this. Look, maybe it's because it was Sasha Banks. I did feel like they had some chemistry there. I feel like this is only like the appetizer, the little foreplay before the actual match here. You knew it was going to end in a no contest because it's SmackDown and they have the pay-per-view coming up. They weren't going to just give away the match on free TV. They're not going to do that. I thought what we got, though, the little like trinkets and little like sprinkles of stuff that they did was really good. Like the spot where she did like the X Factor on the apron. I thought that was really good. In case you didn't know, that's the hardest part of the ring, Kyle. So it was very effective. I thought the champagne bottle breaking it over on hey Savannah. The champagne bottle spot on Sasha Banks, I thought was really good. It reminded me of when Chris Jericho did it to CM Punk and then he tripped and fell on his butt. Luckily for Carmella, she didn't. I thought Carmella looked strong. She looked like a legit threat to Sasha Banks, and I honestly wouldn't even be surprised to have Carmella get the title off of Sasha just for like a little bit, and then go ahead and like put it back on Sasha. Yeah,
I got you, Tom. Like I said, just the whole night for me was just a lot of stop and go, and not people like I felt like I said, I felt like Big E. You didn't really do anything with him, make him feel any better. Street Profits continue to be disinterested in the Street Profits as tag champions.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of other stuff too. I will say Carmella, if anything, came out looking better this week than she has. Yeah. I think a lot of people were just like confused about her new rollout, myself included. Tonight, I think really solidified her as a good competitor. It just kind of sucks that in a week's time, she's probably going to lose. And
well, let me pose this question, because this is the one thing that was in my mind going throughout this whole thing. It's like, why they re-debut like Carmella in the title picture with a brand new crown champion in Sasha Banks? One of them is going to get the short end of the straw here. Either Sasha Banks going to lose the title like after like finally beating Bayley and overcoming that, or Carmella is going to be halted in her push and not get the title after her debut. I feel like regardless of the situation here, one of them is going to take a step back in terms of momentum. And that was my big concern here is, why not have Carmella do something with someone else? Or like, why not bring Carmella in once Sasha has had a feud one or two feuds in between Bayley and Carmella, so that when she drops the title to Carmella, it makes sense because Sasha just won that title.
No, exactly. That's kind of like I said. That's kind of where I feel about it too.
I feel like it's a lose-lose situation for the most part.
Yeah. To be honest, I'd rather see Carmella win just because we've seen Sasha Banks have this title so many times. It wouldn't hurt. And then maybe get into like a multi-woman match, man. I don't know. Carmella, Sasha, Bayley in a triple threat or something. Like,
I don't appreciate Savannah hopping into the chat saying I'm the reason why she's here, and then goes on to trash Sasha Banks, talking about how she's losing it because it's punishment for Snoop Dogg making an AEW appearance. No, you know what? See, like I feel like 99% of my soul loves Savannah, but then that 9%, that 1% comes out and saying something about Sasha. I'm like, don't put that negative energy out there, Savannah. I do not want to see Sasha Banks without the championship. Look. This is the image I want to see all the goddamn time. By the way, go ahead and hit up Punk by Nature with 2 E's at the end if you want to get your own prints.
Anyways, really quick, thank you guys for joining us. That's our SmackDown recap. Thank you, Vince, for being back on the show. Everybody stick around for the post show. And of course, if you guys like this, make sure to like, subscribe, download, leave a review, or hit us up on Twitter, man. Myself at The Kai Tai Show. You can hit up the show's channel at SmackDown Pod. And Vince, where can they find you, my friend?
Go ahead and hit me up on all social medias at SES Vince, capital SES. Probably need to change the handle because I'm not straight edge anymore. Or I could just live the gimmick. I could just be a closeted like straight edger and just be like, I'm only part-time straight edge. But yeah, SES Vince on Instagram, no, don't hit me up on Snapchat. Just Twitter. Just find me on Twitter and Instagram. I share some good stuff. I'm sometimes funny. I'm a decent follow. You won't regret it, is what I'm saying.
All right, you guys. Like always, y'all have a good one.
Later, y'all.
Fucking hell, goddamn. I'm half drunk because of you.